Hey everyone, we had a chance to catch up with Nathanael Greklek, who is at Mohawk Chevrolet in New York. And this week, we had a chance to spend some time with him in his store and the employees out there to see the amazing culture that they've created while we were filming episode 4 of our More Than Cars series. And Nathanael, it was awesome to catch up with you. Now, I've known you for a couple of years. Like, I would consider you one of my best friends, but now, like, that was my first time meeting you in person, which was freaking amazing. I was so jacked to see you, and just like, it was so cool to see your entire store, the processes they have set up. Andy, Katie, Jess, Dre, all those amazing people you have at your store. It's amazing. So huge props to you and everything that you guys have created there. Now, Nathanael, you are the chief branding leader at Mohawk Chevrolet. So for those who don't know what that is, like, what does that mean? What do you do throughout the day? What's your focus look like? And also, thanks for spending a couple minutes with us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Jordan, thanks for having me on here. It's such a pleasure to meet you in person. That has been a long time in the making.
Yeah.
For some reason, I always thought you were in Connecticut, but that was totally wrong. So glad I was wrong, and not so glad I was wrong, but so glad I got a chance to meet you and learn a little bit more about you. Over the years, we've been able to connect and
sure.
kind of collaborate on different projects that you have. And so, yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, I make content at scale for Mohawk Auto Group. Yeah. Mohawk Honda, Mohawk Chevrolet, Mohawk Collision Center, and our business fleet, and wrapping company.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, right?
A lot of stuff.
The list keeps going on and on.
Yeah, and probably soon to be more. Who knows?
Yeah,
who knows at this point? We're always growing. We're always trying to add things. So
yeah,
with that comes branding, comes marketing, and that's where organic content comes into play.
Oh, for sure. Like someone like you who has such a hard focus on like the organic content engagement side of it. And it's really clear that Andy and Mohawk and the entire team knows that that's where it's at. So you work on a team of people and you lead that team of creating content and creating engagement on social media platforms. So real quick, like tell everybody who's on your team and also like what you guys actually focus on throughout the day, like how many pieces of content you create and why that's so important for dealers to do that.
Yeah, well, definitely. We have a full team. We have 2 full-time editors, content creator, myself, and basically technically 5 content creators, but they all have their specific roles, their strengths that they're really good at. But everyone here makes content whenever necessary. And for our goal, we're trying to put out about 40 pieces of content a day.
That's crazy.
We're at about 25. But we're finding that there's a good balance right now between 25 and 30. So we're kind of ranging around there. But yeah, our day-to-day looks similar yet different. And why I mean similar is that we have a content schedule where we are constantly making content for the same theme. So for instance, a culture piece, an engagement piece, sales, service, parts, detail, business elite, all of those facets, salespeople, how-tos, DIYs, all of those different themes come into play when we're making our content. So it's the same, but it's always different because we're always looking to put a different spin so that someone is attracted to it and wants to engage with the content.
Yeah. So also your dealer principal, Andy, first of all, his story is crazy. You need to check out episode 4 of More Than Cars so you can see that kind of like entire story. It's nuts. And 2, he is speaking at ASOTU CON here in a couple weeks, which is in Baltimore at the end of September. And he's leading a panel that's all about culture. So why would Andy want to be at ASOTU CON? And actually, let me ask you this. So obviously you've been at ASOTU CON before. You were there last year. Yeah. You're going there this year. So, what is it? No, actually, here's a better question. Who are you most excited to see at ASOTU CON this year?
Honestly, there's probably 3 tops. I want to see Andy, right?
Yeah.
His story, his motivation, his inspiration, you can never get enough of. I hear him every single month for at least 5 to 10 minutes at our company meeting. It never gets old.
Yeah.
He's always inspiring and always trying to push you to get to the next level. And he wants to take the backseat. But he wants to help you get there, you know? So we that is just an amazing personality trait that he has. The other one is Jesse Cole. And just because we kind of go a little far back when ASOTU did their year-end extravaganza, I've been on the panel with him. I was on the panel with him about creating raving fans. And that's exactly what he does on a day-to-day basis. And his thought process and personality, is in his story is just amazing to see. And then finally, from DGDG, Nathan Hollenbach, I believe is his name.
Good old DGDG.
Old DGDG, who was a huge inspiration for me when I first started creating content about 5 years ago. 5 years ago for Mohawk Auto Group. Well, Mohawk Honda, now Mohawk Auto Group.
Yeah.
Formerly known.
Man. It's formerly known as this, formerly known as that, X, formerly known as Twitter, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So like, that's really cool that you're willing and you're able to see those people at ASOTU CON this year. Now, maybe what is it that excites you most about ASOTU CON? Is it the people that are there? Is it a specific topic? Is it the ability to network and collaborate? Like, what is it that excites you the most about being in ASOTU CON?
ASOTU CON is like a conference you've never been at. It's a huge collab. I love the title of it, the Great Collaboration, because it's exactly what it is. That what they have set up, what Kyle and Paul have set up, has been just an inspiration for any conference goers in the future, because it's not boring. There's relevant topics that are broken up. There's enough leeway in between to really get to know people that are there. I think a lot of people come to conferences and what they're really looking for is to connect with other people in their market, in their niche, in their profession, that can help them get to the next level, and vice versa. Everybody comes to see how they can, one, find new friends, help other people, and collaborate and participate in bringing the automotive industry up as a whole. And I think that's really and it's not just technology, right? Like, we have NADA, we have all of those other things that are about technology, whereas ASOTU CON is about people transformation, taking yourself and bringing yourself to the next level, and so you can bring your team to the next level.
Yeah. Man, shoot, I love that. And obviously there's a ton of networking opportunities there, not just like educational. There's a ton of topics. There's a ton of speakers that'll be there, but also the time in between the actual sessions that are going on to network, to have conversations and all that stuff. So, also, why would someone like Nathanael Greklek, or like Andy, or like Katie, or like Dre, why would someone like that want to be at ASOTU CON here in just a few short weeks?
I mean, there's no reason why they wouldn't want to be. I don't think I can properly describe the actual reason, just because of the atmosphere that's built. We can describe it. Let me just put it in perspective. Everyone will come into Mohawk Auto, Mohawk Chevrolet. We'll just say there's an atmosphere that, they're super friendly, they're high-fiving, they're hugging. Like, that's all you can do to describe it. But it's just an infectious, electric atmosphere that makes you want to be better, that makes you want to help the automotive industry rise above what the standard is and what people say the standard is. So, like, I can't really explain it, but all I can do is say that it's an electric, infectious energy and positivity that refuels you and allows you to come back to your dealership, to come back to your profession, take it to the next level, so that everybody rises with you and that you have people around you that support you.
Shoot, man, I love that. And what the entire thing of what we're trying to create at ASOTU CON is everybody leaves inspired, refreshed, and educated, not only through the end of this year, but also into next year. And clearly you've been a part of that. So Nathanael, thanks for taking a few minutes and spending some time with us here on In the Dirt with ASOTU. And if somebody wanted to connect with you, what's the best way to find you so they can collaborate with you?
You can find me anywhere: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube. We're on all of them. Mohawk Honda, Mohawk Chevrolet. My own personal, you can find me on Facebook, Nathanael, aka at Nerdy Nate with 3, or N_Greklek on Instagram. Like, I'm everywhere. Just type in Nathanael Greklek into Google. You'll find me somewhere.
Yeah, there's only one Nathanael Greklek, right?
Hopefully I did my best to get my brand out there on Google's. Google's environment. So just type in Nathanael Greklek, or I'm sure we can put my phone number out there somewhere that you can get a hold of me.
Yeah, that's
probably
true.
know someone that may know me, or know someone that knows someone that may know me.
That's right. If you want to connect with Nathanael Greklek, you can message ASOTU and we will like connect you with him directly. Like, I kid you not, right before we started filming, I connect someone else with Nathanael through text message. So in all seriousness, he's all about connection, collaboration, and networking, and just helping everybody else succeed. So Nathanael, thanks for taking a few minutes to catch up with us here. Thank you so much for the great time at Mohawk Chevrolet this week. And just like, thanks for being you. Like, you rock, man. Seriously.
Absolutely. And if there's a content creator listening to this podcast, we do have an Automotive Creative Collective on Facebook. It's a group straight for content creators in the dealership realm. We post our content and we give feedback on content to help you make better content.
Yeah, I love that. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in to this episode of In the Dirt with ASOTU. Catch us next time on our next episode.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching this episode of In the Dirt with ASOTU. If you're new to our channel, make sure and mash that like and subscribe button. Also, check out some of these links for our other great podcasts and content.